Hey guys, I wanted to make a quick video on some aircrew related survival equipment from the Vietnam era. I got these from a Vietnam War Marine vet who was part of aircrews. He never really gave me any stories with them, and I never really found out where he got them from. Because I'm not sure if they were his or if he got them from a friend of his or he had collected them or however that he had these. But this was a very interesting piece, along with really all of it. There is a 70s Army bandage, the original rubber kind that are kind of harder to find. Well, I guess you could say the cardboard ones are just as hard to find. But anyway, he did give me one of those. I'm just not including it in this video. So, this pouch is handmade. As you can see, it's part Desert Storm, part Woodland. I believe either ERDL or Transitional, so RDF. So this Velcro is not military, and I believe it's handmade specifically for this. And I'm going to guess that maybe they had used Velcro in some way for the older Vietnam era vests. I'm not fully sure on that. I have seen the majority of the contents for the vests because of one of collector Nick's videos. But here is the original signaling mirror. So as you guys can see there. Let's see if it'll focus. I don't know if it will today. This camera is finicky. I don't know, but as you guys can see, it is scratched up, but there is 70 on the bottom there, so that's the year. It's in beautiful condition other than the scratches, and a lot of that's from the cardboard and the box. But there's the eye hole where you would basically look through it, and the mirror would show your location for your rescue. That is what that would have been for. There's a lot of videos going more into detail, but this is the original cardboard. It's what was in the original box here, which currently just has paper towels in it, as I didn't want to repeatedly open this and damage it further, but I wanted to keep the shape. So as you guys can see, it's got the same contract here and everything, so it's all 1970s. And from what I can tell, the actual kit itself is also 1970 dated. Let me open that for you guys. Okay, so these are kind of hard to open without risking further damage. I almost broke it just opening it. It's very much that difficult. And real quick, the glove is to prevent any kind of wounds from my hands, as I am rather active. So I do not want to risk anything trying to basically like rot or decay. Human, really any kind of oils from the human body in any way at all are very acidic. So, for the sake of the artifacts and for my peace of mind, that is why the gloves are there, so please ignore them. I'll go over that every few videos. Anyway, as you guys can see, there's a better look at the lid. It's very simple. Nothing really to the lid. But here's the interesting part. So it's got the full booklet. As far as I know, this kit is complete. There might be one thing missing if there is something missing, but this will go over everything. And it has a very strong smell. I wish that you guys could smell this. Any fan of military surplus would love this. I've, kind of grew up with this kind of thing the past several years, so I enjoy it. I find this cool. It's also very interesting to see these old kits like this. So as you guys can see, this one was made in New York, or at least that bandage was. That's a compressed one. And then you've also got the mosquito net. Well, that's actually, that is the mosquito net. And that's also mittens, believe it or not. That is the head net and the mittens. So we've got some vintage Johnson & Johnson Band-Aids. So I find that pretty cool that the military, kind of threw those in there. So this actually does have a real compass in there. I do not believe that I can really show it, but that might be the compass right there. I do not believe that you guys can see it. But anyway, there is a compass in there. And there's also all kinds of different ointments. And like I said, I don't really know survival kits. That looks like a little saw. Oh, that's actually a scalpel right there. I never knew that was a scalpel, so it's very interesting. Anyway, you've got all kinds of different iodines and everything in there. Different tablets. I'm trying not to pull at it too hard. But there's videos out there completely pulling these apart. These things go for like $300, so that's why I will not be pulling this one apart. If I ever would have, the compass and the scalpel could definitely have some modern day uses. The majority of the stuff in here is basically useless nowadays, as it's all expired, 50 years old. But there's a lot of really incredible stuff in there. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to go with like a quick showcase of that. I don't really know everything about it, but I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I hope that you guys found something cool and something to look into. Either way, God bless y'all, and thanks for watching.